You were all standing in this makeshift dining hall where the Midnight Society had set up a bit of a banquet table around which you had 6, now 5 of the hostages were seated. In front of each of them was a cup of viscous red fluid. At the head of the table was a large, not quite a throne made of skulls, where you saw Lucius standing before the fight broke out. And in the process, I believe Falas took several impaling talons to the gut, before which Lucius had the life choked out of him by Frostglade's massive creeping talons.
His bark is worse than his bite.
And before everything, you had just heard several loud footfalls on the ceiling, I guess the floor above you, before you felt pressure on that level and then released. And you no longer hear any footsteps.
Okay. Frostglade's going to grab Sir Parzival's giant sword.
Yeah, great sword.
Sold. Got it.
It's pretty big, just the quality, it will function the same, but it kind of looks like this big scrap iron blade. It's kind of, if you could imagine, like, Lord of the Rings, like those Uruk-hai swords, kind of flat along the blade and hooked up at the top.
Neato. Frostglade says, stay back. And he drags the sword over to the throne and gets a good grip on it and smashes the shit out of the throne.
Do a 4-2 might.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna make me roll things. What kind of a game is this?
I thought we were just telling stories.
That's lucky. Yep, 2 successes.
The sword chunks into the side. These skulls, bones, general detritus go flying across the room, and the throne is no more.
Success.
Yeah.
I reflect on our experiences.
And you know what? You all learn a little something.
So level
No.
3 is what I'm hearing? Oh, okay. All right.
So what we
I'll try
learned
it
is
again later.
violence does solve some problems.
Shoot first and don't ask any questions.
Speaking of asking questions, I believe we mentioned that our good friend and liaison, Trenton Skiggs, is here, yes?
That's right. He's next to the dead body that mysteriously appeared next to him with crossbow bolts in the side of his face.
Could have been anybody. Falas kind of turns his body awkwardly so that his right shoulder is facing Trenton and the left shoulder with the pauldron is facing away. At the same time, he's going to do, I guess, an awareness check to make sure that there is no danger. Awareness, right?
4-2 awareness mind.
I rolled a 1, 1, and a 3. It's great. I absolutely assume we're in grave danger.
Yeah, you're pretty shaken. I also imagine, several handfuls of claws going into your tummy might make you a little bit.
Tummy? Come on, Dave.
Oh
My
God.
tummy is rumbly.
So Frostglade, after he's destroyed this throne, he's gonna look around the room. Probably something we don't know, but did anybody drink?
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
great question. So you see, like, of all the cups laid out in front of you, one cup is half empty or half full, depending on, your perception check.
Whose cup is this?
One of the hostages.
This is the one that has a crossbow bolt in his head?
No, that would have been convenient, yeah.
That would be very convenient.
Well, I guess 2 people are dying tonight.
Who drank?
There's a younger lady towards the top corner who is sitting behind that. She kind of looks a little bit worn down, and she slowly, raises her hand.
Don't move. Frostglade's gonna walk over to her with a good amount of care.
I have no idea what's going to happen next.
Oh, God.
He's gonna kneel down, and he's just gonna crush her with his might. I'm kidding, guys. How horrible would that be, right?
Yeah.
Just tears her to shreds. No, I want to medicine her.
Okay.
He'll, as gently as he can, medicine.
This is delving into otherworldly, but we'll do a 5-2 medicine mind.
What? All's well. I got 3 successes. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You roll 3 above 5? Or 5 and
I
above?
got a 5 and a 5 and a 6.
Nice.
And then 2 ones.
Can I trade dice with you?
No.
You get the impression that this is recent. It's in her stomach still. You'd be able to assess. You don't really know what the life cycle of this is.
Can I make her throw up?
You tell me.
I put my finger down her throat. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
It's a medicine check as well, I guess.
You need to score really low on your might check for this.
Oh, no.
Oh, nose.
Medicine still makes the most sense for this. But I think it's going to be medicine body.
Nice.
Okay, I'm better at that.
6-1 medicine body.
Come on. Big
That's
money,
the
big money.
first 6-1 we have.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 1-6.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. Many things we could say about this that are not going to be said. We star wipe to a minute later,
2 hours later.
and you notice a more color and more vibrancy kind of like returning to her.
I'll give her a drop of Aqua Garanis. Drink. Although it's a 1 drop, so I don't know if you drink it.
While that's all going on, Okri would like to go and talk to Trenton.
Yeah, he looks pretty rough. Missing half of his right arm. It's been taken off at the elbow.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It hasn't really been like tied off or anything either.
Oh, so it's just like free bleeding?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
jeez.
All right.
Oh, we
Hey,
probably should have triaged that first.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm triaging as you're making people barf. We're being real.
This occurs during the star wipe.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Trenton, how are... Oh, fuck it. Oh, God. Okay.
My arm! Help me!
Oh, yeah. I mean, Sigmar. I'd like to do a medicine, please.
4-2, but the degree of successes will change the outcome.
Okay.
Can I help out with this? I have first aid training.
Do you have training in medicine?
Oh, yes, I do have training in medicine, so I guess
Alright.
you get 2d6 bonus.
I get 4 successes.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay,
Double.
cool.
You literally doubled my outcome.
Yeah, I think you kind of like realize that a little bit of rot had set in, and I think you're able to
Burn it off.
clear that out, burn that out, yeah, do the whole thing. But yeah, you can tell that he can't reattach his arm. Obviously, you can only do so much, but it's successfully been stopped, and
Hey.
he's looking like pretty worse for wear overall, like very fatigued, and probably not the best day he's ever had. But
I would
he's
hope
stable.
not.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't mind it, Trin. There's plenty of famous pirates who's only got 1 arm. You can just be another one.
Thank you for coming. How long have you been here
How long have we been here?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
on the island?
Like 24 hours.
I'd say, yeah, maybe 30. What happened?
Well, first night I was here.
How long ago was that?
3 days. I got here 3 days ago. First couple days, things were okay. I mean, got to talking with these fine folks, and he like I was gonna say emotions too. I think emotions with his missing arm to the rest of the table.
He's got the
dead guy.
phantom limb
Yeah.
thing going on. Yeah.
He mentions that they were very interested in making contact with the Storm's Mandate and forming an alliance to keep each other safe, provide resources in exchange for security. And when he contacted you, that was also when like people had started to go missing, but they weren't sure what had been happening exactly. He was taken 2 nights ago, and his arm was taken within like the last few hours.
Did they make you drink anything, Trenton?
They tried, but managed to stall for a while. I can be very charming. I have a high charisma score, or whatever.
I don't
it's called.
suppose you had any dreams about being on the Shurdan.
No, I don't know what that means.
Oh, well then. I think he's fine.
I mean, neither do I, so...
The Shurdan's me boat, the Black Ark that I came from. You see, we got ourselves into a little bit of a scuffle, and Frostglade over here, he told me that there was something wrong with me, and all the thing I can remember was I was having dreams about being on the boat. So I was wondering if you've been having dreams on being on my boat.
The girl that you helped, Frostglade, actually kind of like looks over when you say that, and she says, "Yeah, actually, for the past few nights, I've been having nightmares. I haven't been on a boat or anything, but yeah, the last few weeks have been really bad for my insomnia."
Well, that's probably unrelated.
Oh, all right.
I don't suppose any of you have a obsidian plate, some chinaware, and Falas
Yes.
pulls out some of the broken fragments. Like, you see, somebody broke mine, so I wouldn't mind if I had a full one. And if any of you have a full one, I would love to trade.
While
with
you're
you.
talking, Frostglade is reaching towards you from off screen, trying to grab the other fragments that you have, and he's going to try to break those as well.
Nope, just elbowing you out of the way, just kind of, Frosty, you already broke one. At least let me have one. Or maybe a full set would be very nice.
Trenton remembers like, wait, yeah, actually, yes, we have seen more of those. Most of the rest. Oh yeah, you got to get upstairs. There's more people up there.
There's more people up there?
Yes, that's
Why
where
do you
they're
leave with
keeping
that?
most of us. Hey, been a day. I get it though. Upstairs, more people. When we got here, they would bring us to the top floor, put us in cages, and then they would take out those tablet things. I don't know what they would do with them, but that was all happening upstairs.
Well, boys, shall we?
Yes.
I hope you don't mind if I don't go first. I'm still nursing an injury here. And kind of pokes a little gaping wound in his stomach there. Just kind of
Pokes his finger out the other side.
He pokes his finger in there and just kind of shows you the little slick there.
Are there stairs?
There is like not a fancy set of stairs, but kind of like one of those attic stairs in the top corner. Yeah.
But not a fancy set of stairs? I only walk on fancy stairs. Frostglade goes first. He's keen to get up the stairs.
All right. Falas will wait at the foot of the stairs. He will ready to like chug some aquagranus and jump into the fray if necessary.
Just shotgun some.
I'm at 0 toughness and I have 2 wounds out of 4. So
I want to be quiet once I get to the stairs. Quiet, but decisive and quick.
I will come in right behind Frostglade then.
Stealth body 4-2 for, and I will always roll an opposed check on those behind the scenes, regardless of whether or not there's something there.
I only have 1 success. Bummer.
You look at this staircase; it's not too much fancy, and it creaks as soon as you touch it. Like the instant you touch it.
I knew it.
I just see Frosty going shh to the stairs because it's made out of wood. He's like, shh.
Nice.
Oh well. Frostglade shrugs and keeps going up with his new sword at the ready.
At the top of the stairs is a hatch.
Oh, sorry guys, but I don't go through hatches.
Do you batten down those hatches?
Frostglade holds up, ignores everything that Falas ever says. He holds up 3 fingers, and then 2 fingers, and then 1 finger, and then he tries to bust it open. He's going up, top speed, maximum might.
Okay, so you're rushing into the room?
Gotcha. You bet your bippy, yes.
Okay.
You bet your bippy?
Consider my bippy bet.
Good.
Is everyone else rushing up behind you? Or
I
what's
am.
what's the... Okay.
Falas is probably just like a step behind, got a little bit confused by numbers and blood loss. But like sees his friends going in and he's just like listening for any signs of danger and then, chug and go.
As you enter through the hatch and into the next chamber, you immediately notice several things. This room is square with 25-foot ceilings extending upwards to the rafters. Unlike the other rooms in the tower, this room is lit brightly by a ring of 11 torches in wall sconces that line the room. The walls in this room are a bright, vibrant marble, accented only by wooden buttresses that have been painted in vibrant pink and teals. Facing you as you enter the room is a statue of a Nephrian king, carved in relief of the back wall where the wall meets the ceiling. He has 4 arms that are outstretched. In one of his hands hangs a golden chain that hangs loose for 5 feet. The floor crackles lightly under your feet as you step into the room. There's nothing on the floor except for the 3 of you. And as you step into the room and look around, you notice that the hatch behind you is no longer there. What do you do?
Huh.
So, the Nephrian king, is it just like a person, like a human?
It's a human, yeah.
But he has 4 arms outstretched. One of his arms hangs a chain that's... Okay, golden chain hanging 5 feet. Interesting. I guess I would probably... I think Okri would probably walk up to the statue. It's on like a podium, a pedestal?
It's kind of carved into the wall, kind of backwards. Yeah, so it's kind of carved out of the wall.
Okay.
But yeah, what would you like to know?
I would like to walk up and... Where'd the prisoners go? You look at the statue. Do you know where the prisoners went?
I'm waiting for the statue to talk, yeah.
Dave, I'll never not love when you do that, by the by.
I got excited.
All right, what's on the end of the chain?
There's nothing on the end of the chain, actually. It's just a gold chain that's hanging there. And then when you look at it, you actually see the last link in the chain is broken and kind of hanging there at the very top.
And there's nothing on the ground but the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And the portal that we came through, the
door, yeah.
Yeah, it is gone.
Correct.
And the ceilings are 25 feet high.
Yep.
And it's well lit, and there are 11 sconces. Well, I need to roll a knowledge check or something, because maybe something here is going to be relevant. Boy, that's a lot of not knowledge skills. Arcana?
What are you trying to investigate?
think. First of all, I'm wondering if 11 sconces is relevant in any way. So I'd probably start with that.
Okay. So an Arcana Mind, let's do a 4-3.
Oh, that's not happening. Nope, 2 successes.
Okay.
I would like to do a lore test to
Sure.
see if anything out of that means anything from what I know about the Nefrian dynasties.
Sure. Do a lore mind. It's in dynasty from a localized region you're not from. I would say 4-3.
Okay. So 5 dice. I got 4, another 4, a 6, and a 3 that I can turn into a 4 thanks to my focus. So I got 4 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you actually you kind of scrutinize the statue for a little bit, and then there's certain design motifs that you actually recognize as being a particular regent named Saja the Fourth, and he's kind of known as the one who walks between worlds, existing between the realms of Hysh and Shyish. Hish and Ogu, sorry. And that'll make sense to you that you can explain to the class.
So,
You think it means anything, Mr. Okri?
Hishinogu. Oh, okay. Realm of Shadow, Realm of Light. All right, this is a statue of Saja the Fourth, known as He Who Walks Between Realms. 11 torches, Realm of Light, Realm of Shadow.
Falas is nodding, but he's just like staring at the gold chain. But he's careful not to touch it. But he's like, yeah.
Is there any way to extinguish one of the torches?
Wait! Frostglade, wait! Don't touch that! 1 second.
Who's been walking across the floor?
I've been looking around, so probably.
Well, Okri's in front of the statue. Falas will be in front of the statue with him and looking at the chain.
I was going to say, I like to imagine that Okri kind of walked up with the statue and then, started walking around and kind of
So all of you can make an awareness mind check. This will be 4-2.
Awareness mind?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually not sucked.
I'd like to turn on my magic vision to see magic.
Okay, cool. We'll
2
do
successes.
this first, and then you'll talk about theirs. Okay, so
Yeah.
Frostglade, as Okri's walking across the floor, and Falas as well, you notice that he's actually leaving footprints in the floor. The floor before this had kind of looked almost like this. The walls are bright white. The floor was kind of almost like this, blue gray. And you realize that as Okri's walking, he's kind of kicking up like ash. And underneath the ash on the ground, you notice the floor is incredibly shiny, almost as if it's a mirror.
I know exactly what you're trying to tell me, Dave.
Oh, and Okri, as you pause and think to
4 successes.
turn on... Okay, cool. As you think to turn on your special I see everything goggles, you flip it on, and you almost blind yourself.
Oh, no.
As your full vision is detecting
Everything is
all the magic.
magic.
Ha! Turn it back up. All right, we're in a magic room.
So you're telling me this is not a place to be wearing kilts?
I guess, oh my god. Puzzles,
Actually, with your 4-2 as well, just to make it a little more, you realize that the mirror is not reflecting the room above you.
What is it reflecting?
Do you want to take a look?
I don't like looking into mirrors when it's a fantasy setting. Something always looks back. Okay, so, Frostgate, Falas, can you help me? Clear out more of this ash.
Of course. So if you hadn't voluntold us, I was going to do it. Yeah, Frostglade will definitely start scraping across wide swaths of ash to try to make a semi-clear space.
Yeah,
Cool.
Falas will take his cloak off and just kind of use it to sweep
Nice.
across in big, wide strokes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you'll be able to do that without any issue. It'll only take a few seconds. And you realize that the mirror that's being reflected below, you see a dark reflection of the room that you're in right now. So it is pitch black, but you can still see kind of a little bit of reflection. You see as if you are standing in the middle of a cylinder. The roof is also below you, and you see suspended from that floor towards you 4 hanging cages. Inside, you can tell there are some kind of bodies, and they're swaying slightly.
Oh, I found them. They're right there.
And where the statue is in your room, you actually spot a rather large winged creature hanging from the ceiling like a bat. It has tufts of red hair, kind of in clumps. It's wrapped around itself with these big, large, leathery skin wings.
I thought you said tusks there for, and I got excited.
And can't really exactly tell what it's doing, but it looks like it's eating something.
Well, that's pretty cool and creepy. So Frostglade immediately looks up. He just wants to make sure that this thing we just didn't miss it this whole time.
You don't see it.
Oh, thank goodness.
So out of
We're
character, how many realms are there in total? In
8.
8, so not 11.
Nope.
And how many torches were lit? You said, Dave?
11.
This king is apparently known to be walk between the realm of light and shadow. So I'm assuming that's what the mirror is all about. Realm of light, realm of shadow, because we're in a very bright, vibrant kind of room with kind of pastel-y colors, which is also usually pretty associated with the realm of Hish.
But we were in the realm of fire. We were in the realm of, well, actually.
Yeah. We could always break the mirror.
Or we can dim all the torches. This is out of character. Falas wouldn't figure this out. We can, douse all the torches and make both areas dark and equal, and maybe meld it all together.
Yeah, that was a thought. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? So Frostglade is gathering up a heaping handful of ash, and he's kind of trying to do it slowly, as if you guys aren't watching him this whole time. And he slowly raises it up, and he's putting it over a sconce, and he's going to try to douse a sconce.
I do not see this happening.
He's a stealthy tree.
I have to get responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Well, then he shrugs and he drops it and tries to put out a sconce.
Okay, awesome. You do that, and this room gets 1/11th darker, and the other room gets 1/11th brighter.
Uh-huh. Oh,
What
boy.
happened? Who did what?
Oh, quit.
Frostglade, you're a genius.
Whatever.
We still might just be stuck here in
You're
a
a
dark
damn
room.
genius.
Frostglade does it again.
Question mark?
He does it again.
Oh.
Okay. Same thing. Yours gets darker and theirs gets lighter.
I will aid and do one myself.
Same happens.
All right. Well, Falas, seeing everybody doing the stuff that doesn't want to be left out, he would just take his hat and kind of fan one of them.
Sure. So you have extinguished, is it 5?
I think it's just
Total?
4, Dave. Nice try.
4?
Nice try,
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
Damn, something happens to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
4 torches on the other side light up, and you notice the creature hanging at the top of the other room is starting to stir.
Let's be fast.
Yeah,
And Frostglade starts dousing torches fast, sconces,
as he
with his
does.
hands and his owls.
He's just picking up owls, throwing them.
Can you roll for owls.
So you manage to douse all of them. Right as you are beginning to douse the last one, you look up, or look down rather, and you see this creature, wings spread wide, diving down towards the mirror where you're standing. Just as you extinguish the last torch, it wrenches and screeches. It goes barreling into the mirror, and the mirror cracks, and it passes through the mirror, and you're all drawn to the other side, and you've flipped the rooms. Hey, it's me, Dave, your Canadian DM that your friends have never met, but you know I exist, and that's what matters. We're finally reaching the finale of our first story arc, which I'm calling a saga. It's been a blast editing and uploading these and seeing more folks listen along to our adventures since we've been using Soulbound. And, if you've loved, or maybe just even liked, listening to these episodes, it would be super appreciated if you can consider giving us a positive review on iTunes. That really helps, the show, catch the attention of other people on iTunes, and it really kind of helps grow organically. And also, we'd love to hear from you as well. So, if you want to get in touch with us, please feel free to message us. We have a Twitter now at GoQuestward. You can also fire us an email, goquestward@gmail.com. And also, please consider sharing us with your communities. We're not social media experts by any stretch. So anything you can do to, help get the show out there helps us take time away from focusing on that stuff and into actually focusing on making the content as good as it can be. So if it can help, that'd be super appreciated. Thank you. Next up, the fun stuff. We are kicking off a new saga next week. So for the next little while, for this next saga, we're going to go weekly and see, what everybody thinks. We're actually going to be playing through the free adventure made by Cubicle 7 for Soulbound called Crash and Burn. We're going to use a slightly edited version just to make sure it fits into the campaign that we have right now. But that should be a ton of fun. We just recorded the first episode a few days ago, and I think it's probably the funnest episode we've done yet. So check that out. That is dropping next Wednesday, which is, open the calendar, October 14th. So we'll see you then, and until then, be kind, be nice, roll some dice, paint some minis. I don't know, do you?
We're in the room with the cages now?
Well,
You
I'm
are.
glad that didn't turn out terribly.
I roll diplomacy. I definitely want to kill this thing as fast as possible. Hail of Doom!
But it's in the other realm now.
It passed into the light room, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So we're there, and it's where we were?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
that's a bit of a bummer. I didn't quite get that.
It's the law of equivalent exchange.
Nice reference. Question.
Yes.
Are we in... So we're in the dark room now.
No, it's a lit room now.
So now we're in the lit room, and it's in the dark room, but we're in the room. It's in the room with the statue. Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Is there a hatch that we can batten?
There is a hatch in this room.
Okay.
There are cages with, you said bodies before, but Frostglade is hopeful that they're not dead already. So
They're not dead. No,
It's-
it was the
Oh,
angle.
yeah.
You couldn't see them.
All right. Frostglade is freeing them. He's not talking. He's just freeing them. However, he needs to do that.
And so the bat
Nice.
creature on the other side now, can we see it on the other side? Is it still like shining? Like, what is it doing?
It's scrambling at the glass, clawing at you, and trying to bite, but it's not able to make any more damage to the mirror.
If one happens to be like, I don't know, a trophy hunter, is there any notable part of this bat creature that would be worthy of being a trophy?
Define that a little bit better. Maybe I can help you out.
Is there something that would look nice mounted to a wall?
It's got wings. It's got big wings.
The wings are pretty nice. I could make maybe some shoes with them.
Make some wings. Become a bit of a man who's also a bat, if I may.
That's just silly, Mr. Okri. Who ever heard of a bat man?
So there are about 5 prisoners to a cage. And
Oh,
how are you
wow.
getting these down off the chains?
Oh, how high are they?
Well, I guess, yeah, the funny thing is Frostglade's huge. They're about 10 feet off the ground, or like shoulder height for Frostglade, so.
Can I bend the bars open and be able to reach in and pull people out?
Let's find out how strong you are there, big boy. Do a might body 4-3.
Get out of my mind. I've only got 2 successes.
It's really embarrassing because this is their like first impression of you. You can do it. It'll just take you some extra time.
You take 10.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
definitely start doing that.
Are you kind of like scooping everybody out?
Yeah. I would
Cool.
definitely be. I want to be fast but fairly careful. If any of them have missing body parts or open wounds or anything.
You get to the last cage, and as you are reaching in, you notice one, and the people in these cages are pretty fatigued, pretty scared. But there's one person in the back of this one cage who is kind of like curled up against the edge, and as you reach for them, they try to bite you.
Of course they do. Okay. They still need to come out.
How are you going to manage that?
I'm not fearful just yet. I got many owls that I can throw into the cage if need be. Frostglade
As bait?
pulls his hand back and then just like shrugs. Oh my goodness.
Just clocks him.
No, do you know what? It's got to save everyone we can. And then he just reaches in with both hands. I'll take a bite if I have to, but I'm dragging this person out.
Okay.
Does Falas notice this?
Yeah, you'd be able to notice that.
Weapons out.
So yeah, this person, as you pull them out of the cage, very sallow looking skin. It's kind of taken on a very greenish hue. You see, like, as you look at their eyes and face, very gaunt, with kind of like a longer chin and like ears that are kind of like flopping over.
Oh wow! Frostglade's going to struggle with it. He wants to hold it. It's a person, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but he wants to hold the person down if he can. Can I manage to pin it one-handed and then I don't know what's going to happen, but can I give it a drop of AG?
You can try. Yeah.
I'm going to try. And if it's difficult, I'll definitely ask for help. Falas, help.
All right, what do you need? And he comes, he's just ready to chop the guy's head off. If like you tell him, you just give him the word. He's just like,
there with a sword, like, eh?
He's just holding it above the guy's head. It's like, yeah, this is what you need.
That's pretty good, Dave. What do I roll to hold him down and to try to give him a drop?
Might body 4-2.
Come on. Wow. 3 ones? I got 1 success.
He's loose. The goose is loose.
I think he is actually going to scramble away from you at this point. It breaks
That's
out of
fair.
your reach.
So are you telling me that he's now moving away from me?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, would be.
I don't want to do a shot when there's so many people in the room. I wanted to try to knock him prone, but is there any other? I guess I could tackle him as well. I can attempt to grapple.
Yeah, go for it. A grapple is a body might test. Resisted by their... Actually, they're going to do body reflexes because they're more scrambly.
Scrambly,
And if you succeed, they'll be restrained.
This is probably gonna not be great.
They got 2 successes.
Well, they did better than I did. I should really just start throwing away dice.
Kind of like kicks you in the face a little bit and keeps scrambling.
That was a feisty one here.
Closing the distance towards one of the other survivors.
If it's getting close enough to the survivors to actually threaten them, I would definitely flip into lethal mode and attempt to end its life.
Your eyes glow red instead of blue.
In a timing situation, this is a one more attempt before that happens, and it's going to connect with someone.
I'm on this thing's tail, Dave, if I can.
Yep. If you want to grapple or anything, again, you can go for it.
I want to grapple. I got to pin it. Might, you say?
Might body, and it's going to be okay. You got 1 success.
How many do I need?
It would be 4x, like 4. Any 3 over? Yeah. So you grab it, no problems.
Okay, I definitely want to feed it some aqua guaranus.
Okay.
Drink. Anybody talking to me that way is not getting me to drink anything. But whatever.
Yeah, and it doesn't make it easy, but you do drop it onto its tongue.
Bloop.
And there's a pause, but it actually doesn't seem to have an effect here.
Phallus is still like waiting for Frosty to just give him the nod.
At that point, I think you get it. Frostglade's like,
chop chop.
Okay. Yeah, describe it.
Well, I had the thing positioned just right above its head, and it just like right through the head, decapitate it.
You do so, and it stops moving.
I would hope so.
Yes.
It's not like a chicken.
Frostglade looks really sad, but he stands up, and there's still a job to do. So there are genuinely like 19 people in the room, plus the 3 of us.
Yeah, 100%.
Phallus does not bother trying to count.
There are also a few crates in the back corner of this version of the room.
Crates, you say?
Crates.
While Okri does whatever Okri's about to do, I'm definitely getting the people out of here.
I will go into like sort of not like salesman, but like kind of like the like everybody, please stay calm. We're here to help. Give me 1 second. Please follow the giant tree man. He'll help you. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then I walk over to the crates.
You, one of them is open, and you actually see there are many of these slates that had been showing up in town. You kind of get close, and you kind of feel a wave of almost like
malaise,
unease that Falas had received before.
Mm-hmm.
But as you get close to it, you actually don't feel anything at all.
Oh,
no negative effects anymore.
Phallus calls from over the hatch as the people are he's kind of like guiding them through. He says, "What you got there, Mr. Okri?"
We got all these the plates.
Oh, plates, you say?
No, that's the cursed plates, Phallus. The bad ones that made you want to eat me.
Right. And so enough for a set, you say?
Yes. 1 second, and I like to switch on my witch sight to see if there's any magic.
Yeah. You can tell that there's kind of do an awareness soul.
Ooh, oh god.
4-2 awareness soul.
Oh no.
It's like, interesting. Oh man.
2 successes.
Okay.
2 5s.
So you actually can tell that there was magic here, and it was kind of like some remnants, but you can tell that they're becoming inert.
Okay, cool. Becoming inert, so it's kind of like leaching out of them right now.
Yeah, like in very, very low levels.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to crack open 1 or 2 more crates if I have the time, just to see if there's anything else in them.
You crack open crate number 2. The first crate that you had was kind of like a low count of those plates. This one is literally full of those
chock-a-block full.
Chock-a-block full. And you crack open the third one.
Gold? No.
Again. Yes, gold.
Oh,
gold
sick.
slates. More slates.
Okay.
Phallus comes over and is just like, "Is there enough for everybody on Torlin? We can get an entire set for the whole crew."
Yeah, it seems like there is enough in here for all of Torlin.
All right. It just starts taking them.
Phallus, no. I'm just gonna grab your hand. Just no. That's a bad idea, Phallus.
We could use some more dinner plates. It means we don't have to wash them as often.
We've talked about this already. That's not how plates work. It just means you have more to clean later.
Just watch the only plate that you have, and you'll never be.
You guys have had this conversation before?
Yes.
Falas doesn't know if they actually had this conversation before, but he trusts Mr. Okri. He's like,
We've been over this already.
Have we now?
It's just more dishes later.
I suppose you're right.
You've been on dish duty. You know how much it sucks.
I suppose you're right.
I've
I'll
been
just
on
keep
dish
one
duty.
then.
I will actually call Frostglade over. I'm like, Frostglade, I need your opinion for a second, my friend.
So the situation back on my side of the room. So I'm a little fuzzy on which realm we're in, but I'm assuming we can leave via this trap door. So Frostglade needs to check it out first, though. So he probably would have gone first down it. Does it look just like the Akshi? Like what I would expect?
Yeah,
I'm sure nothing could go wrong then.
Back to normal. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, in that case, then if Okri does call Frostglade, he would make sure that everybody on that next floor down is there. And he just puts up his hands and he says, "Wait here." And then he heads up the stairs as quickly as he can. He sticks just his head up and he's like, "What?"
We got more of those black slates.
I'm going to roll
Frostglade's
stealth.
eyes go wide, and he's there as quick as he can, and he's like rolling around them, breaking them, crushing them, doing everything he can. It's like a dog in garbage.
Nice.
So I rolled stealth. There may or may not be one plate hidden inside Falas's sea dragon cloak.
If I wasn't rolling around like a dumb dog, I'd want to look for that.
It's up to Okri, honestly, if you want to.
Would I be able to do one?
If you have witch sight, you can probably just see it, honestly.
I never did turn off the witch sight.
It's true.
I love this. They're just like, can he see it? What did you roll? Because I have to beat your roll, right?
It's true. I rolled, I rolled a
threshold
4.
of 4 for successes. Yeah.
Okay, I rolled 2 successes.
I got 3.
Oh, well then. I mean, you were right next to me, and you saw that, like, well, just one then. And then you call for him, and then you just see me just kind of like...
I just hear the, like, clink, 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 put away. Just kind of, like, look over, like, Falas, did you grab one?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Okri.
Please just let Frostglade break it. I don't want you to accidentally eat one of our compatriots.
It seems to be such a waste. He just kind of hands it over.
Thank you. And I'll break it in half. Sorry, Murray.
Falas just looks at all the stuff. He's just kind of like,
We'll get you nice plates. Real plates.
You promise? Maybe some glass plates. Seem to like glass a lot more these days. They seem to be rare around these parts.
That'll be fine. Yeah, we'll get you some nice plates once we're back on Torlin. I'm not getting him plates.
Are all of the plates broken, Dave?
Yeah, the plates are all broken.
Thank God.
Yippee!
Cool. Excellent. Job well done. I'd like to look down at the mirror to see where the winged bat thing is.
You see yourself staring back.
Still. Oh, God.
You notice 3 adventurers enter the room on the other side. It's you. No, it's the creature is kind of bloodied itself, bashing on the mirror at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it has begun to skulk its way up the wall, kind of away from you, towards the roof of that side.
That's pretty serious. We have to kill it.
Oh, I definitely want to.
I think it's stuck.
Forever. Oh, I can't do a question.
Just go, forever?
Do you think so?
Unless it finds a way to start a fire on his side, or we blow out all the candles on this side, I think it's stuck.
You can almost like smell the wood burning inside Falas's head.
Just
dangerous. We'll have to come back and kill it soon.
I agree with Frosty. We should definitely come back.
Yeah, probably. That's a very good idea. However, counterpoint. All the plates are broken. The Ghoul-King's dead. What really can this thing do, other than be a nuisance?
Escape and kill.
True. Well,
you didn't think of that?
oh, yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, fair enough. People could die. Oh, yeah. Shit. Huh.
So Frostglade's definitely in a pretty big hurry to leave, but he stands up and he looks down at this thing. We haven't identified it. I don't think Frostglade's going to, but he puts on his very pensive pose. We come back as soon as the others are safe.
All right, then. I hereby declare this meeting of the Midnight Society closed.
What?
Nothing.
Well, as Frostglade always says, all that matters is life, or life is all that matters. So Frostglade's wanting to get all of the people out, including the people below. Wow, this is 23 people now, or 24,
Oh,
25?
we saved 19 people in the room, plus the additional 5, so that's 24.
Boy, I hope they're ready for a walk. Jeez,
It's too gross, 2 dozens.
It's probably still, fairly light out, right, Dave? It was early afternoon when we came in?
Yep. Yeah, it was just after high noon when you guys entered. I'd say it's probably just before 3.
Okay, let's, unless you guys stop me, Frostglade is going to usher everybody out outside of the tower, get us out into the now open courtyard, pause only long enough to see if anybody's got obvious, inability to move along. And he's also going to keep an eye out for if anybody's, licking their lips and looking at the rest of the folks around here.
Or maybe see if anybody's burning in the sunlight.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. Yes, if I smell something, Dave, we are not going anywhere.
I mean, I'm just speaking out of turn, maybe, but just...
That's a very good point.
This is going to be a social skill here, though. Intuition mind. Let's do a 4-2.
I'm so good at that, Dave. I put all of my training into intuition.
He's just ready.
Falas got 2 successes, although he wasn't invited to roll.
You can also be checking this out.
I think you should.
Restriction. Yeah.
I finally found it.
I mean, Falas is just naturally suspicious of anybody outside of his
I was
core
going to
group.
say if anyone was going to be looking for this, I thought it would be you, actually.
Oh yeah, Falas is just naturally suspicious of anybody outside of his core group.
The Kurnoth Hunter is he's got good intentions, but he just can't tell what people are thinking when he looks at their dumb faces.
They all look the same to him as a tree folk.
Okay, so Falas, you spot an older woman who you feel is acting strangely. She's covering kind of her head with long sleeves. As she entered the light, you notice she kind of did that instinctively.
Oh.
But you don't notice any aggressive actions from her.
Oh, what's wrong there, ma'am? Afraid of getting sunburn?
It's just, I guess I've been inside too long. It hurts.
Well, we'll see. We can help with that, I suppose. Frosty, you want to give some shade?
What's wrong?
She says the sunlight hurts her.
Bad sign.
Frostglade's going to look down at the woman. He tells her in no uncertain terms, oh shit, now I have to actually say it.
Bad signs mean you're going to have bad times.
Lower your arms. Now.
She does so, and as she does so and the sun hits her, she kind of winces a little bit, and you notice very light blistering at her temple.
Okay. So I'll put his hand over top of her, and he'll say,
Come with me. Falas, please come.
What are we going to do about the special statue inside?
I'll worry about that.
Only life matters.
Right.
Come.
Life finds a way. I got you, yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the shade, Mr. Tree.
So he's going to kneel down next to her. And I swear, Dave, if she jumps on my face and bites my delicious owl nest, I'm going to be really disappointed. But I do want to attempt a medicine. I don't know really what I'm doing here, but I'm going to medicine it up. I'd
You're
love
going
to
to stick a
save her.
finger down her throat again?
That might be step 2, pretty much for sure. Yeah.
Did you say save her or saber?
That's whatever we were talking about for you. Ooh, I mean, who knows what I rolled?
Okay, let's do a 4-3 medicine mind.
Success.
Okay, so as you kind of go through the same sort of steps as you did before, you can actually tell that this is a farther along condition as the girl you had seen at the table. So this seems like it's been festering for a longer period of time, and you realize that the type of medicine you'd be administering, it's no longer biological. It appears to be more arcane.
Oh. That's neat.
The power of Sigmar compels you.
We have priests and stuff on Torland, right? That can
You do.
exercise.
We do now.
We better now.
You have an on-site gym that would be good for that.
Okay.
Wait, did you...
Oh, David's fired forever as the DM.
Nice.
Nice.
So Frostglade asks her, what the hell am I going to ask her? Everyone knows her. I asked her anyway.
Does anyone here know you?
Yes, my family's here. She points at a group and they wave back.
Oh, hilarious. They're like, I hope the tree doesn't twist her head off, which is a fair concern. Is there
I'm
an
sure they're
adult?
more scared of the guy who just like, without remorse, just chops somebody's head off.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Is there an adult?
Yes. She points at her son and his wife and their daughter.
Oh,
What is his name?
Hector.
Hector, come here, please.
He walks over. Is everything okay?
Your mother very sick. We cannot help her here. But
Oh, actually, do I know that there are priests?
You would. Yeah, you spent time
Oh,
on
thank
Twitter.
goodness. Because, I mean, if you'd said no, off with their head, just twist it right off.
It's a good thing you called her son over.
Yeah, for sure. Just wanted you to see this from close up.
let this be a lesson to you.
Yeah, no kidding.
the others are in danger if she turns.
What are we going to do?
We need to tie her up and watch her. Can you do that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you have any rope or anything?
Uh-oh.
The little outpost in front of the tower would have like some supplies and stuff in it, right?
You can rummage through there and,
Yeah.
and get some
We'll
supplies.
rummage
Noise.
through and I'll find some rope.
Yeah.
Noise.
I've been wanting to say that as noise for a while.
That's so weird for.
So I've got Falas with me.
You sure do.
So
Falas, if she turns, she will be a danger.
Right.
But she isn't there yet.
Right.
We need to watch her.
Okay.
If anyone else is in danger, you know what to do.
Could I have a hint?
and he just pokes you in your sword.
Ah, yes. You can count on me, Frosty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We definitely want to tie up her hands, Dave.
Sure.
But we don't want a big show of it, but I mean, it'll be kind of hard to hide, but still.
Yeah.
She can walk with her oh man, not her family. That's bad news. Actually,
Daddy, what are they doing to Grandma?
yeah. Plus, if she turns and then eats her kids, that would be, or the grandkids, that would be really gross.
But it would also be kind of awkward if you didn't do that. So what's the real crime here?
Yeah.
You're right. I think we set her free.
We
Go
strap
into
her
the
to a
woods.
pole.
Yeah.
Just like walk.
You're free now.
Start throwing rocks. Go back. Go away. Please, no, leave.
We'll definitely want to fill in Okri, of course.
Cool. Star wipe. You arrive back in town, and
nice.
while some of the villagers are originally from Glade's Reach, they kind of indicate that they kind of want to just stick together for the time being, since the population is substantially decreased over the last little while. As you come back, you spot Ekron's outpost. She kind of comes down the trail towards all of you. Ah, well, hello.
Hey,
Looks like things went pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got a few holes in me shirt, but nothing a tailor couldn't fix.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst thing that happened.
So, are we safe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, sure, of course.
And then I'm in the middle, like.
You just like, I got holes in my shirt. How safe can we be? Oh.
So,
Oh.
Yes, but no.
Yes,
Do you-
but actually, no.
do you debrief her on what happened?
Yeah, you fill her in on what happened exactly.
Okay, she is able to. She has some stores of like oats and basic stuff that she's able to kind of give out to the people here.
Ration out.
But as they're talking a little bit, Trenton. I got to remember what Trenton sounds like because there's a lot of NPCs that got introduced here. What did Trenton sound like?
I think he was just kind of.
I want a list of all 24 names.
Yeah.
To be honest, he sounded a little bit like Ekram.
Oh no.
A little bit,
but
yeah.
like-
And they
but
start
lower
talking
pitched.
to each other.
Who's who?
Oh my god!
I don't know which one to shoot.
Does he see Franz?
Oh yeah, they do
Yeah.
reunite. Yeah, that's great. Franz runs up and he tries to grab Franz in his arms and almost drops him.
Oh jeez.
But is able to kind of like use his stump to hold Franz, and Franz is, I guess, licking him and being all excited like a little puppy, and kind of
That
doing
isn't
like
a puppy.
the little butt wiggle that pets do when you get home and they're really
Aw.
excited. It's actually kind of heartwarming.
But like,
This is what the adventure is really about.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do now?
Well, Frostglade's key concern is the lady whose name we didn't get. Hector's mom.
I want to eventually be able to pull, like, if people like were tweeting about us or on a Facebook group or something.
Hectoretta.
I'd like to be able to Hectoretta. Okay,
Alma.
done. Alma.
Done.
Alma is I guess she's sticking close to you, right? Because you're kind of giving her shade.
Yes. Also, yeah, I'm sticking close to her. Yeah, keeping a pretty close eye on her.
Frostgate literally throwing shade on her.
I'm sure she's a very nice lady. And I really want to save her life. So,
Daddy, why is the tree being so mean to Grandma?
So, Okri, you're the one who filled in Ekram, but did you fill her in on everything? Does she know about the critter that's still out there?
I would say that, but like on the DL, just kind of like not like in the middle of like the whole crowd, like, oh yeah, we left a fucking monster out there. I would just be like, oh yeah, we killed the Ghoul King, we killed the thing. There's still one more. But everything's going pretty great. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't go back there and turn off the lights. Just
not turn off
waste
the lights.
electricity.
She kind of indicates that, like, for the next little while, like, she can, use her turret and kind of, they could do watches and kind of keep people close for the next little while as, they kind of regain their strength and start putting the town back together. But the most pressing concern is Trenton actually tells you that, before this happened, there were already food shortages on the island. In Glades Reach, the farms that were over there before, they had kind of stopped producing as many materials. And then this all kind of started to happen.
Famine and pestilence, you say?
Do we have any food stores on the ship, which is actually a giant turtle, which is named
Torland?
It's Torland.
Trenton.
It's all Trenton.
Yeah, so I think Hector actually comes back to you and with an offer of, they had been talking with Trenton before being brought into Storm's mandate, and he'd said that, if you can supply them with grains and everything like that, they'd be happy to, offer this island to as your services. You can come and dock here whenever you need, do any sorts of trade. They could spin up any kind of industry that you need, but they just need some support from your organization to kind of start rebuilding their island.
Yes.
The deal's done.
He did it.
Tree's the boss now. He signs his name.
Yeah. Tree.
Tree.
I
Mr.
slapped
Tree.
the contract.
I guess at this point we kind of like look over to Trenton. I'm not gonna speak for you guys, but I'm gonna turn over to Trenton and say, we have the supplies to do that?
We can. Long term, it might deplete our stores a little bit, but for now, we should be okay.
All that matters is life.
And also that Ignis Jade.
And also taking care of that bat.
Do yell, Falas.
In the effort of trying to wrap up this little adventure, because you have defeated the Ghoul King, you've secured the island with a couple asterisks. Your mission is complete, so if you'd like to return back to Torland now, you're free to do so.
That's something that Frostglade wants to do, but only to get Alma there so she can be looked at and cured and or summarily executed. I'm not sure what happens in this universe, to be honest.
They took her back to the turtle and just never came back.
So pretty much as soon as I'm sure of that, Frostglade would want to turn right back around because there's a bat demon thing to take care of.
That sounds like a great next expedition.
Yeah, I think we can take care of that. I think after this session makes the most sense.
Yeah, nice.
So you hop back on the ship. Trenton is going to come with you to kind of draw up any sort of details about mapping the region and everything. Did we ever have a name for your little ship that you brought into the harbor here?
The Sloopadoop.
The Sloopadoop. Okay, you all hop on the Sloopadoop.
Damn it, Falas.
And you ride off victorious into the sunset, while the town is ripped apart by more ghouls.
Is the... Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Oh God, help us! You left behind a bat.
They're waving back.
It's like the end of any scene from Left 4 Dead, where you get on the boat and the zombies are all over the place, the tanks coming in.
You just say, "Wow, we got out of there just in time."
we brought one woman.
Yeah. And Trenton, which was our original plan.
Oh, I do want to get some closure on that. Trenton's pauldron.
Oh
my God.
The most important part of the adventure.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're sitting on the boat, and you have the sail up, and I think Falas is kind of standing at the front of the ship, and you feel eyes on the back of your neck.
I touch the back of my neck.
Yeah, eyes growing out of the back of your neck.
You wipe the eyes away. Yeah.
All right, great.
Hey, Falas.
He does sound like Ekram.
He does sound like it. Okay, gonna have to change his voice.
Falas.
I got to figure out how to shift Trenton's voice.
Hey.
So next time he appears, he may have a new voice. I think at the start of the session he sounded also different.
He did.
But anyways,
make him sound like do a Kirk impression.
Hey, Falas, I was wondering why
It's
you
actually perfect.
have my pauldron. on your shoulder.
That's perfect.
Nice.
Oh, well, we had found it, and I had thought to hold on to it for you.
I don't know why you're talking so slow. I believe you should just give that back. I was abducted by monsters.
I suppose it's only fair. I don't suppose you want to trade for it?
What do you call somebody who trades something back to you that you already own?
An asshole.
I mean, we did come in and we rescued you a little bit.
I'll trade you the pauldron for your life.
May or may not have been shot by ricochet, but that's how it goes with rescue
Yeah.
missions.
Actually, very surprised no one really mentioned that.
I knew you had tough skin.
You see the massive shape of Torlin in the distance. It is the size of a couple city blocks with several castle spires on the back. As you get closer, you actually kind of see a derelict ship passing into the distance, actually sinking into the water. You make it back to, maybe that's another adventure that just happened. And you reach the shell where you have like a little area where you can actually like rig up the sloopadoop where it can be raised.
Oh, we're definitely renaming that thing.
Dreams of sails.
And you actually see, like, as you get off the ship, kind of in a friendly gesture, but albeit an unnecessary and unhelpful one, you see a hand reach over to help you up. Whoever gets off first, actually, I guess.
It's Trenton. He doesn't
I guess
have
it
an
was
arm.
presumptive to assume Falas would get off first. He helps Trenton off the boat. And this is Dakila Brightmane. He is the ship's castellan, kind of your general go-to guy for any sort of goings on in the castle here at Storm's Mandate. He is a Stormcast Eternal, but he's a very friendly guy, and he's just happy to see you back. And I don't remember his voice from the other session.
Explain to me again what a Stormcast Eternal is.
Oh, I guess you three haven't really met the Stormcast Eternals. Stormcast Eternals are basically heroic people who have died, and their souls go up to Azir, which is basically like Valhalla heaven, where the soul is basically like ripped apart and reformed into these really large, basically humans. And they are, given usually like a holy mission from Sigmar, and they're sent back down.
Meanwhile, back in the past, just before we left on the I'm not calling it sloopadoop, but just before we're away from the shore, Frostglade would like to dip his fingers in the water just for a moment to see if they still if it still hisses like acid.
It does, and I think you would know that that's kind of just this ocean that you're on.
Oh, okay.
It's not typical to that island.
The boat's called Dreams of Sails because it doesn't have any sails. It's just a raft.
Sloop Fate's killer. How about that?
Sloop Doggy Dog.
Oh,
It's Sloop Dog. So Dakila Brightmane offers up a hand to help Trenton up.
He does, like, oh, Trenton, looks like you came back a little bit less of a man than before. It helps him back
Jesus.
on the shore.
Wow.
Then holds out another
Wow.
hand.
I immediately identify this character.
Can I play Dakila Brightmane? All right. Hey, hello, Dakila. Nice to see you again.
Welcome back. How'd it go?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
All
establish
right.
a
Well,
connection. I think that's what we were supposed to do, yes?
Yeah. Well, the island's ours, I guess.
Mission accomplished. Roll out the banner.
That's the song.
He actually points, and you see there's a large vaulted open door. There is a banner inside that says "Welcome back, heroic adventurers."
Nice.
He kind of like looks over his shoulder, and one of your friends actually ended up eating most of the cake, but we could save you a corner.
All right. Was that friend you?
No, hey, he kind of like takes offense to that, and no, it was the trade pioneer.
That asshole.
Oh, Miss Mary. She's always a silly one.
He motions for all of you to come inside, and he has the big map that I'll put up in the show notes.
Nice.
And we will add that to your explored regions.
Cool.
Yay, gold star.
Yay. We did it.
And I think, Frostglade, you were saying that you wanted to go try and
right.
help Alma?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely not in a party or cake mood.
Probably be best suited to your Lord Exorcist, I suppose.
Oh my god,
You've
he
got
is
one of
going to
those.
say the power of Sigmar compels you.
Nice.
We're going to have an exorcism, folks. Oh man, I'm going to grab some popcorn and watch this one.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Dave turn his head full 180 degrees around.
He's just
Yeah,
going to spin his
Just
chair.
snap my head. Yeah.
Just start throwing up on command.
Hey, throwing up seems to be a theme today.
This Frostglade is going to be 2 for 2.
Frostglade. You have a moment of pause as you push open the doors of the Revenant Tower. The twisted gold tower at the rear of Torlin's shell is not a place many people frequent, and for your binding, that's for a good reason. In the center of the tower, illuminated by shafts of light from arcane sconces, or scones, I'm not sure which, is a circular platform held aloft by a thick haze of magic. This pedestal was where you and your companions were once soulbound together. Okri Okrison, Maris Honeysuckle, Falas Ossusbosen, Cassandra Turner, Bort Jortson, and yourself. With you, but without a soul to intertwine, was Feral the Stormcast, pledged to your service. The binding itself was invasive, with your very soul ripped from its sheath and intertwined with the fates of your compatriots. You can see with flashes of intensity each of their faces as they endure a pain quite unlike any they faced before or since. But a purposeful cough brings you back to reality, as Lord Exorcist Lawless Hammersword awaits you as you bring forward Alma.
So I'm sort of interrupted, but I'm certain you didn't say Hammer Sword, right?
You would assume incorrectly then.
His name is Hammer Sword?
His name is Lawless?
Lawless Hammersword.
Dude, your rules have no place with Lawless.
It's good to meet you. I am Beardax Forge Hammer. So Lawless?
Read the glasses face.
Lollus.
Got it. Frostglade finishes scribbling the name down and then puts his tiny little book away into probably the owl home.
Aw, it's just like, wait, into their like nest?
Yeah, he puts it in there and then like has to flick one away.
They're bookish owls, owls are wise.
So Lawless turns to look at you, and Lawless is actually mute, and that is not.
This is going to be awesome.
Lawless walks over, and immediately his very pale white eyes kind of transfix onto Alma, and very calmly kind of offers a hand to start guiding her over.
Oh, nice. Frostglade would basically just start explaining to this guy. This is the Lord Exorcist.
Yeah.
That's quite a title.
She's sick. We couldn't help her. Can you?
He immediately kind of spots the scarring on her temple. Like there's in moment. Actually, do an intuition mind.
Oh, Dave, you're gonna regret that.
Is it just you here, by the way? You and Alma?
Falas is definitely eating cake.
I'm willing
sense.
to bet that Hector would be here. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yep.
Nice, yeah.
Intuition, you say? No worries. Gonna crush this. I got 2 5s. That's pretty good, right?
That is really good. You actually can tell like the immediate response from Lawless is not really one of mercy. There's an initial reaction that is more prone to, and I think you would kind of know this from some of the Stormcast. There's certain sects that are purge first mentality.
So knowing that,
The grim dark Warhammer stuff.
Mhm.
if he's about to like walk her away quickly or anything like that, I would definitely put my hand up and just say,
We'll save her if we can. Yes.
I want you to do a
"Oh fuck."
devotion.
I hope it's a might check, Dave.
You rip his eyes out. Do a devotion soul
Oh, the things I'm best at.
or two. So what did you get, Frostglade?
Oh, well, I rolled 1 die and got a 2. So
Oh, no.
I suspect that's success in this system.
That's how it works for me.
You want to roll under, yeah.
I think Lawless is fairly emotive with his face. That's obviously is something he's gotten better at with being a mute. You can tell with the communication of his eyes that this is a risk.
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
that he's not willing to take.
Oh, that's a bummer. I'll simply say,
Please try.
She's lived a long life. A long and full life.
I think Hector is here. Hector would definitely try to do a
Hector,
devotion.
heckle them.
Well, I got to give it to him. It's a 5-4-4.
Oh.
So
nice.
kind of seeing this, and I think him inferring some implications. He does manage to make a case,
We should recruit
Or
Hector into the
giving a
binding.
chance.
Ouch.
And yeah, I think like as you put up a more resolute stance, and he puts up more of a desperate stance. Lawless kind of like hesitates for a moment, and at least kind of indicates that he's willing to see what happens here. He takes Alma over and begins to he'll do a channel. So he is able to actually he puts her in the center of this giant dais that you had originally been on with your soul binding, and you kind of feel like he makes sounds, but no proper words. So he's able to vocalize, but he's not able to vocalize words. And as he's doing this, he has this rather large staff with like this kind of lantern looking thing on top, and as he kind of makes all these grand motions and kind of calls upon this power, like you can see the infection from inside Alma bubble up to her temple where that exposure was, and actually it kind of rips out of her forehead. Yikes. And circles in the air for a moment before it turns to ash, and then that ash gets pulled into the lantern.
Talk about popping a blackhead.
Oh God. At that point, she collapses, and Hector is fortunately able to hold her up before she hits the floor. And he pauses with her for a moment, and Lawless kind of gives you a slow nod and turns back to his books.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, back in the center of Torlin, around a large sweeping map depicting the unmapped expanse of the Slagmire Isles, Tequila Brightmane adds a brass pin with the Storm's Mandate's colors to the island now known as Glade's Edge Isle. He steps back from the vast uncharted territory laid out on the tapestry, while the satisfied smacks of cake-eating rippled outward from an elven corsair, and a beleaguered dwarven merchant kicked armored boots up off the floor. Tequila cracked a broad, aloof smile. This might be a modest beginning, but the adventure was just getting started.